I don't know how many of you guys like cinnamon swirl bread, but that's what we're making today. To start off, we need 1 egg and a couple of egg yolks. Whisk that up a little until it's lightly beaten. And we're gonna add some sugar, some yeast. Whisk that in a little. Then add your warm milk and some melted butter. Whisk that together. We're gonna remove the whisk and add most of our flour. Now stir that in slowly at first so you don't make a mess. Once you can't really stir it anymore, take the spoon out and start kneading with your hands, gradually adding some more flour. Once you have the flour all kneaded, take some grease and grease your bowl a little. I'm just using melted butter. Then we're gonna take a towel and cover the bowl and let this rise until it's double in size. Make sure it's room temperature. Once the dough has double in size, we're gonna make the filling to spread over it. It takes melted butter, some plain sugar and some brown sugar, and then add some cinnamon. We're gonna mix that together. Then we're gonna take some butter and lightly grease our sides and bottom of the loaf pan. This is how the dough should look, so now we punch it down. Then we want to lightly flour our surface. Then put the dough on there and we're going to roll it out into a rectangle. Once you have it rolled out, take a brush and some melted butter and brush it all over with melted butter. Once you have that done, we're going to spread our filling all over that. If you want to, you can take a spray bottle and lightly mix this with water so it sticks together better, but I'm skipping that step today. And we're going to roll it up into a loaf. Pinch the edges together, then take the ends and pinch them together so the filling doesn't come out. Now we're gonna put it pinched side down in our greased loaf pan. Squeeze it in there. Then we're gonna cover this with our towel and set it aside and let it rise until it's domed. Once that loaf is ready for baking, we're gonna make an egg wash. Whisk up an egg, and we're gonna add some milk. Whisk that in well. Your loaf should look something like this. And take a brush and brush some of that egg wash over the loaf. Now we're gonna go stick this in the oven and bake it. I just pulled this thing out of the oven and as you can see it got a little excited, but we're gonna take it out of the pan and put it on the rack to cool it down. This loaf is cooled down now. It's not cold, but I'm gonna cut into it while it's warm. The crust is nice and crunchy. It turned out perfect. And if you want more of a swirl, just roll your dough out thinner. And this is what I mean by spraying it with water so it sticks together. Let's taste and see if it's good. Yes, it is very, very good. This is such a delicious treat. It's almost like a cinnamon roll, except not as sweet. This is the very first recipe in my Amish cookbook. It's on page 1. So if you want it, you can click the website link on my Amish cookbook and download it. And if you want a paper copy, you can just print it out because I'm still working on paper copies.